Magna cum laude graduate, Jacques Gabriel Tuchet, son of Francis and Keisha Tuchet, and the late Suzanne, daughter of Amanda and David Beverly, and the late Benji Vien. Magna cum laude graduate, Anne Claire Williams, daughter of Lieutenant Colonel Jim and Tony Williams. Cum laude graduate, Emily Nicole Boudreau, daughter of Neil and Shayna Boudreau. Cum laude graduate, Ethan Thomas Hunt, son of Fred and Stacy Hunt. Cum laude graduate, Camden Neil Sellers, son of Mr. and Mrs. Shane Sellers. Cum laude graduate, Blair Arthur James Turner, son of Chad and Lanita Turner. Julia Catherine Albert, daughter of Tim and Dawn Albert. Emily Lee Bertrand, daughter of Jenny and John Bertrand. John Andre Bertrand III, son of Jenny and John Bertrand. Julie Ann Bertrand, daughter of Jenny and John Bertrand. Emily Ann Blanchard, daughter of Brent and Nelia D'Artes and Darren Blanchard. Colby Jacob Boudreau, son of Eddie and Danelle Boudreau. Brayden James Broussard, son of Mr. and Mrs. Blaine and Tyree Broussard. Cheyenne Angelique Broussard, daughter of Carl and Sandra Broussard and Chantel Petrie. Colin Hayes Broussard, son of Kevin and Jill Broussard. Alexander Joseph Constantine, son of Richard and Christine Constantine. Andrew James Daspit, son of Scott and Audra Daspit. Lauren Ann Dugas, daughter of Terry and Gabrielle Dugas. Tyler James Dirk, son of Daniel and Christy Dirk. Dylan Burke Gernel-Comez, son of Mur Iskender Gernel-Comez and Ashley Landry Montero. Tyler Darren Gernel-Comez, son of Mur Iskender Gernel-Comez and Ashley Landry Montero. Bo Matthew Guidry, son of Allison Guidry and Rocky Guidry. Kennedy Claire Harrington, daughter of Greg and Sheila Harrington. Felix Emil Joseph, son of John and Tanya Joseph. Anne Marie Elizabeth Lange, daughter of Shannon and Kim Luquette, and Casey and Candy Lange. Colin Mitchell Leger, son of Monique Braque and Randall Leger. Andrew Joseph Marceau, son of Mr. and Mrs. Eric Marceau. Cameron Colleen Maxiel, son of Mr. Tonray and Mrs. Casey Maxiel. Colin Andre Meir, son of Andrea Gary. Ethan Christopher Motti, son of Ryan and Tissa Motti. Adriana Nicole Nasser, daughter of Gilda Blanco. Eleanor Elizabeth Putnam, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Richard Johnson Putnam III. London Gabrielle Sagrera, daughter of Scott and Susan Sagrera. Sarah Rose Segura, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Segura. Alexander Michael Sanders, son of Haley and Thomas Wiggins. Hunter Nicholas Smith, son of Nick and Chrissy Smith. Jonathan Paul Terrio, son of Mr. and Mrs. Lance Terrio. Madison Grace Thibodeau, daughter of Eddie and Dawn Thibodeau. Alexandria Claire Trahan, daughter of Kevin Trahan and the late Dana Trahan. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2020. So at this time, I would ask that all graduates please stand. It is at this time that is the tradition to take your tassel and move it from right to left as a symbol of graduation. So if you would do so now. Thank you. Have a seat. A few remarks before we have our closing speech and we recess out where we have the traditional hat toss. You know, it's been trying times. I think we can all kind of agree. You know, way back in March the 13th, when all of a sudden we were called in school, I can remember, and met with the faculty and saying that we were going to be closed and we'll do distance learning, stay at home, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, and until April the 13th. Well, April the 13th comes around and that is extended and we go into the end of April on the 30th, somewhere around there. And we know the rest of the story from then. And now we're into June. We're in phase 1. And so I just want to tell these graduates, there are so many things I would like to just sit down with them and talk to them about what it is that what we went through together. Because that's what we always try to say. You're not in this by yourself. We in this together. In fact, I'm sure you've all seen some videos that were put on by staff and myself and Father and them. And one of the things I've kind of adopted was that we're together blessed. And how blessed are we? Father said he pulled out all stops for this weather this evening. So thank you, Father. This is great. But, every graduating class that comes at the end of the year before us to graduate or whatever, they're all special in their own way. This class is kind of extra special in my heart. I've seen you in the halls for 4 years. I've seen you grow during this time of the pandemic. And I can say that, I think you've learned a lot of life lessons. A lot of life lessons that's going to take you far. A lot of life lessons that's going to, when you away from here and you've left Vermilion Catholic in the halls, that I think you're going to be able to call upon. And, for me, that starts with our clergy being supportive of Catholic education, being there at our schools, at our weekly masses. And you, the parents, doesn't stop. You're there supporting, helping. And I would ask for your continued support. Some of you may have other children that are still at Vermilion Catholic. But I think the most important thing is that I think we can be thankful for what we have. We take a lot of things for granted. And so I just kind of jotted down these things. Seniors, I was thinking about you and what it is that you missed in your traditional end of the year as seniors. Remember senior day? Yeah, no senior day. Remember prom? Yeah, no prom. All of the things that how you close the school year. But I don't believe you're the lesser for it. I don't. See, I believe in it being half full rather than half empty. And I think as I look across and I see everybody here, I feel everybody understands what it is to be thankful. I truly believe that the meaning of family, which we stress, and you might hear it too much and you might say, what family? It's a family. Our students hear it all the time. You've got time to spend with your family while you were in quarantine, while you were at home. And I'm hoping that those things brought you back. We talking, kid, about us when we tell our age on ourselves that, how it used to be as a family on Sundays. You got to experience some of that. I believe that adversity, graduates, that you are faced with, or the challenges that you went through, like I mentioned before earlier, will help you be a stronger person. I believe that you have learned nothing is promised tomorrow. Don't take anything for granted. Enjoy it now in the moment, like this evening in this beautiful setting. I also believe that we have taught you and you have learned well that it is not about I or me. It's about us together, being together. Great things can be accomplished together if you stick together, if you do things together, pull on one another, help one another, always be kind for one another, to one another. Those are things that are important and that will get you joy in this life, being servants for one another. And so I just want to end that you're going to a place, graduates, that it's your future, full of joy, full of unknowns, maybe even kind of scary. But at the same time, I think you're going to find that is going to be a great journey for you with the hard work and everything that you know that you need to put forth. So I'm going to leave you with just two things. And I was kind of kidding around in the back with some of the guys, and the girls know this also, you know. We always kind of, when we have assemblies in on certain little things that I kind of come up with or kind of say, and, you know, and they all going, oh, Mr. Mike, did you say, you forgot to say, whatever, you know. One is, once you're an eagle, you're always an eagle. And the other one is, what? Good to go, GTO. Love y'all. So at this time, y'all are all alumni now. So I would like to call on Miss Jessica Cormier, which is in charge of our alumni, to come and bring you into the alumni world.
Well, first off, congratulations. Mr. Mike asked me to come up here about 5 minutes ago, so I'm going to throw it together. First of all, honestly, congratulations. I've taught probably all of you, and y'all know that I am now in a new role, but now I get to really stay connected to y'all on a different level because you are now officially Vermilion Catholic alumni. Like Mr. Mike said, once you're an eagle, always an eagle. I know that kind of sounds cliche and we always say it, but once you leave, you're gonna really feel it, and know that VC is always gonna be some type of home for you. And I hope you come back. We love to see you come back. We want to know what you're gonna be doing in the next chapters of your life. So yes, congratulations. You're always welcome on our campus. We hope to see you at sporting events and all other types of events. But please come back. Let us know how you're doing. Congratulations.
Good evening and congratulations to the newest graduates of Vermilion Catholic. As I began preparing this closing address, I asked myself, what does Vermilion Catholic mean to me? And one specific word came to mind. VC is home. The people I have come to know and love here is what makes it feel so much like home. It is in this VC home where I've made irreplaceable friendships that will last a lifetime. My classmates have been a part of my family for the past 14 years of my life. We've overcome so much together. Looking back, we've started and finished high school with extraordinary circumstances in ways no other class has experienced. Everything started the second day of freshman year, when the flood of 2016 took our first few weeks of high school away from us. Now it has ended with a pandemic taking our last months of high school. However, these tragic events haven't stopped us from making the best memories in between. Memories we'll all cherish for many years to come. Memories many of us can't wait to tell our children one day. If it was winning Friday night football games, rehearsing after school for the play, or attempting to solve life's problems in the back of Miss Kathy's 6-hour math class, I feel that we've made the most out of our time here at Vermilion Catholic. I'm so grateful that despite unexpected circumstances, we're all here together to celebrate these wonderful years, full of countless laughs, tears, and accomplishments together. But the best is still yet to come. High school was all about preparation and growth, and I'm so thankful for it. I'm thankful for the many writing skills I've learned from Ms. Tricia and Ms. Des. I'm thankful that I know all about the stock market from Mr. Larry. And I'm especially thankful that I got to spend these past 4 years as a Lady Eagle. On the basketball court, I've learned about teamwork and how to never give up on my goals. Coach Gidge would always say, give it your all for 32 minutes and have no regrets. I hope that is something you all take away from tonight. Whether you want to be a lawyer, a nurse, a teacher, a farmer, an astrophysicist, or an engineer, I encourage you to strive for greatness with no regrets. After tonight, a new chapter of our lives will begin, where we will be able to use what we've learned from these past 4 years in the real world and become something of ourselves. I'm so excited for this next chapter of our lives. Whether it be in school or at a new job, success is rooted in us. And I believe we all have the potential to be something great. I believe we owe a lot of our potential to VC, to our teachers, and to our parents. With all these people on our side to guide us these past 4 years, I know our potential is limitless in the future. The only thing that stops people from meeting their potential is fear. My hope is that we face fear head on and never allow it to hold us back. I don't think I'm speaking for myself when I say